Hey everybody, and welcome to Geeks and Drinks. I'm Jason,
I'm Jordan.
and let's just do a quick run through the internet and see what's happened over the past week or two since we've done the past episode. Let's just jump right into it, actually, with Nickelodeon. They've been talking for a while about trying to figure out how to either reinvent or bring back some of the classic 90s cartoons that we basically grew up with. You know, Rugrats, Doug, stuff like that. The most prominent rumor was the fact that it would have become like a reboot of sorts. They would actually redo all these series and see what happens. Thankfully, it doesn't actually seem to be the case, as Nickelodeon actually announced a brand new channel called the Splat. It is going to be
Not Boomerang.
yeah. Take everything that we could from Boomerang because it's, let's face it, not making much money for them, and let's make a whole another channel out of it. You might as well. You'll get the fans in there for the nostalgia. You may snag their little ones to get used to it.
I mean, let's be honest. There's not really I don't think there's like the Rugrats we knew as children on DVD or Doug on DVD.
Nothing really like
unless
a
you
complete series.
Unless you want to like find like random episodes or some shit or bootleg in the Shame Alley at a convention, but you won't actually.
No, and I was always confused by that fact that some series would release a season box set on DVD, and then others would only give you like, let's give you a selection of like 4 or 5 different episodes.
Because it's a way of testing the waters. I mean, they can go either one. Fuck, I remember for the longest time I was waiting for them to release Animaniacs or Freakazoid on DVD. I mean, they did eventually.
Yeah, but they took a long time to get there.
It should take them a long time for this, too.
Yeah, true. So.
I mean, think about it. This is a long time coming. I remember when Nickelodeon released Gas. Games and Sports.
Games and Sports, yeah.
Just so I can watch, Legends of the Hidden Temple or Guts. Or occasionally Nick Arcade. But they really only showed those two for some reason.
Yeah, I was really surprised that there was only one time that I was channel surfing late at night that I actually came across. They were broadcasting an old episode of Double Dare.
Yeah, that's another one.
I was just like, 2000. Wow.
Or, Figure It Out. Remember when Amanda Bynes wasn't crazy and actually attractive? Other times.
Yes, but for the Splat, it looks like in this trailer, or the announcement trailer, they have Ren and Stimpy, Rugrats, Angry Beavers, Cat Dog, and Hey Arnold. This is obviously not going to be the only cartoons that'll be on the Splat, because that would make a very boring channel after about 3 weeks.
Not necessarily.
Well, I mean, you gotta look
at air all the old shit
over and over and over again. I mean, it's almost like
just turn on your TV and it's like time traveling to 1994.
True.
You order yourself some pizza on Pizza Hut.
Oh man, yeah. I went to the Wayback Machine online and came across the first Pizza Hut website.
I was just sad. I thought I was being clever. Be like, yeah, Space Jam still has a website. You're like, so does Pizza Hut.
So does Pizza Hut.
Pizza
so does
still
Domino's
around.
Pizza.
And then I looked it up, and it's like, oh no, that is an old janky fucking website.
Oh god, they were god awful. I always joke at work about.
I'm just saying, man, we can get some Yoo-Hoo, some Big League Chew. Hang out and watch this like gentlemen.
You want to blog about it on your GeoCities website or your live journal?
More of a Zanga man myself.
God damn it.
Come on, we can Google things on Ask Jeeves.
Oh,
yeah, I'm very much aware of what I just said.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like, this is cool. Like, I don't know if I'll sit and never watch it, because
no,
I think you and I have already discussed, like, regular TV is kind of dead to us.
It really is.
With things like Netflix and everything like that, it's just...
It's the age of streaming. I mean, when you can get series that, won't match up to what the broadcasters wish it'd have in terms of ratings and viewership.
I blame HBO.
They'll can that, and then the streaming companies will pick it up.
Because I blame HBO. They're the first ones to be like, oh, you can watch any movie, just watch this time. And video on demand happened. Then Netflix.
And they had Netflix start with the DVDs, and they started doing streaming, and then they said...
And now they just do almost nothing but streaming.
Yeah. Well, I also look at the fact that, you guys are only just taking care of our leftovers after the fact. You guys can't create anything original. Then they come out with House of Cards, which by itself I know is a remake of a British version, but that's besides the point.
It's their own thing. I mean, you could say Orange is the New Black.
Yeah.
Lilyhammer was the first one, I believe.
Not to mention, apparently
And they can bring shit back from the dead.
Yeah.
Arrested Development.
Yeah, Arrested Development. Yahoo had Community for a season. Hulu picked up the Mindy Project after it was canned by Fox.
Makes sense.
And
I don't find it
now
funny.
I know. With I think it's like the Emmys this Sunday. You can tell how much I care about this.
A little, you actually know.
The only reason I know about this, sad to say, is actually I listen to NPR in the mornings.
Nothing
They were
wrong with
talking
that.
about that.
Dude, I don't even listen to the radio. I have
Use
Spotify.
Spotify, yeah. I have this nice giant touchscreen on my car. I use it for two things: streaming NPR or streaming Spotify.
Huh?
That's pretty much all I use
one
it
time
for.
we watched the Goofy movie.
Yes, Goofy movie's always in my
Power
in
line.
there.
Even Max knew Gingers was the way to go. I remember I made that comment. You and Jess both me like,
we laugh, but we can't deny it. We can't argue against it.
everyone remembers their first Ariel.
Yeah.
But no, like Splat, I'm excited for. I wonder if this is their way of respinning. Cause remember, wasn't there a rumor that they were gonna make a movie, like an Avengers kind of a thing, but with all the Nicktoons?
There was that rumor for a while, but
It lasted like a week, and then this came out.
That was about it. But speaking of rumors, we're going from Nickelodeon the rumor that they're going to create that movie.
Are they blatantly gonna make Tommy Pickles the fucking Time Lord?
Kind of is already, but
I'm just saying,
dude,
man.
there were so many Doctor Who
Ginger
references.
Companion. There's one episode where you can blatantly see
the
a
TARDIS.
Dalek. No, there's like one where they're like running through a toy store.
There's
like a bunch of Daleks.
There's also
Fucking
a
he
TARDIS
bombs
in the
around with a
background.
screwdriver.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you know the pervy grandpa that just wanted to watch porn.
Yeah. Well. All right. I was gonna come up with this recent rumor. Warner Brothers has been trying for
Over a decade now.
almost a decade. They acquired the rights to this in late 2007, early 2008, to create a live-action adaptation of Akira, or Akira, depending on how you want to say it.
Us good God-fearing white man. I just could say Akira. Akira.
This project has pulled in the likes of Zac Efron, Keanu Reeves, Gary Oldman, Garrett Hedlund. They were all attached at one point, and they've all subsequently dropped. They've gone through numerous directors, they've gone through numerous scripts, and yet Warner Brothers they're set, come hell or high water, they will make an Akira movie, and
Do we need it though?
we really don't. We really don't need it.
Don't get me wrong. Like I saw it. Sadly, just recently. I think I remember even when I told you, it was like, oh, cool. It was amazing, especially when you consider the time in which it was made.
Which movie?
Akira.
Oh yeah.
Akira, however the fuck you said it.
For its time, yeah, and it's been referenced time and time and time again.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where that movie makes almost no fucking sense.
It didn't really have to back in the day.
Okay, but I'm just saying, they're like, yeah, we're gonna make a live action version of this. I'm like, in order to do it, you would have to have a gigantic fucking budget.
Yeah.
The only problem is, if you make Akira as a live action movie, you're not gonna get a whole lot of people to fucking see it.
Yeah.
The people who would see it are the ones who have seen the original. Like, I want to see that.
Yeah.
Like you were getting. I don't know if you mentioned him, but the whole rumor behind Chris Nolan is the new one. That would probably be the only way I could imagine they can get people to see it.
When the creator of the Dark Knight trilogy comes.
Yeah, the Dark Knight trilogy, and that one god awful movie he made recently that everyone loves. Interstellar.
Interstellar. Yeah, Interstellar was.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm just amazed you're not fighting me on it. I thought for sure you'd have been like, that movie was great. What did you not like about that movie? Or have you learned to keep your mouth shut so I don't ruin it for you?
No, I like the visual effects. I like the science that was behind everything. I like some of the dialogue was interesting. The ideas of the robots was cool. But I could not stand behind that plot, especially that last 20 minutes. I'm just gonna drink so that it doesn't hurt so bad.
Everyone was fucking all over that movie.
Mm-hmm.
And and the worst part is I saw it fucking twice.
I'm in theaters?
Because the first time I fell asleep.
Well, I can.
Like, I'm not even fucking joking. Like, if you haven't seen the movie yet, go fuck yourself. But from the moment they're on that planet that's pretty much just fucking water,
right?
They're about to fucking get taken over. And right when they get back to the ship,
And with the
that's about when I fell asleep. When I woke up, fucking Matt Damon was trying to murder everybody.
You were probably like, "Did I just get what?"
Yeah, I just woke up. It's like, am I watching the same movie? Oh,
okay, yeah.
when did Good Will Hunting get here?
Oh, I remember going back to Warner Brothers' attempts in the past to try to create Akira. They most recently said that, oh yeah, we're gonna really change so much of it. Like, it's gonna be New Manhattan, and it's all gonna be whitewashed characters, and what's gonna be part. Anything you thought.
The movie's now just called Kevin.
Meet this one kid, Kevin. He slums on the street, and in the background you see a giant explosion.
Starring Charlie Hunnam.
Oh god.
Oh god, I know I take it back. That's the way they can get me to see it.
Just
if
to go that way?
They just blatantly bastardize just the point where it looks like nothing left.
Mm-hmm.
The entire time you're just like 10 minutes into the movie, you're just that scene from The Simpsons playing in the back of your head. Stop it! He's already dead. Oh, that would be awesome.
Oh, that actually would be. But yeah,
10 out of 10. Would buy again. 4 stars.
Oh, jeez.
Starring Michael Cera.
Oh,
Ah.
don't throw that in there.
I'd definitely not see that turd.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, so the rumor is Christopher Nolan is working on Akira, but not only just a movie, but a trilogy, because you can't have one single goddamn standalone film at all nowadays.
Actually, you know what? That would I would see it then.
Really?
If that's the case. Well, because the actual film itself, like an anime, the anime itself was just like a section of it. That's why it made no fucking sense.
The manga was fucking huge.
That's what I'm saying.
Volumes and volumes and
but
volumes.
But see, that's just it though.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to make it a trilogy and you could actually explain shit.
True, and there would be a hell of a lot to explain. But then again, at the same time, though, we're already getting a whitewashed Ghost in the Shell with Scarlett Johansson. Do we really need that?
Fuck, I'd watch it.
Yeah, right.
Are you kidding me? I saw Lucy in theaters.
I can't say that. I saw it like on HBO or something like that, and that was a thing. I am curious to see how she does with that role. I know there's plenty of people out there who will cry bloody fucking murder.
I've also never seen the original.
Oh, really?
Any of it, actually. I just know it exists and it's a thing.
That's fine.
No, I'm not even joking. Like, I couldn't tell you anything about it other than Ghost in the Shell. And there's a movie coming out with Scarlett Johansson. And that's literally fucking it.
You do realize I have now 5 Blu-rays to hand over to you.
Whatever. I still have Ghost Stories I need to watch.
Yes, you do. So yeah, Chris Nolan rumored to be working on a trilogy for Akira for Warner Brothers. Attached to it is Marco J. Ramirez, who is going to be the scriptwriter, and he actually was the showrunner for Daredevil. So maybe, yay, nay, we'll see. We're years away.
July 2017. It's 2 years.
Yeah. So Fantastic Four was a thing.
Yeah.
And we all thought, we've heard reports that, oh, there's going to be a sequel. Oh, no, there's not going to be a sequel anymore. We're going to take that money and give it to a Deadpool sequel, even though that's not even out yet.
Give it to J.J. Abrams. He'll Star Trek that bitch.
Yeah, he
Time
will.
travel. Everything's fixed.
He'll retcon that thing so fast. It looks like the writer of the latest Fantastic Four movie is apparently still trying to figure out a sequel, as he's...
Because he probably had in his contract he'd get paid again if there's a sequel. Or you can at least write a draft of it. You think anyone's going to hire him after he wrote that turd?
Ugh, yeah.
I wouldn't. I don't know the fucker's name.
I don't know. I think Fox just needs to, yeah. Just let it go.
Yeah.
I
know what you're expecting, and it didn't happen.
I know. I was half expecting it, but okay. Disney released a teaser trailer for The Jungle Book, their live-action CG thing. For me, watching it, initially, I'm like, okay, this is cool, it looks nice, the CG is great, and then it dawned on me, almost everything you see is CG, so all the foliage, all the water, all the
visually
rocks,
it's fucking beautiful.
that's all CG.
Also, I apologize, the grimace, me looking down, all I read was, written for the big screen by Justin Marks, Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li. Why would you admit that that was something that you did? I feel like that's the kind of thing you ghostwrite.
Apparently not. But he's going from that to a Disney movie, so he can't be all that bad.
Hopefully he's written something in between there.
Hopefully, it has to do something.
I was just happy it was yet another thing I got to throw in your face. I'm like, I told you Scarlett Johansson was Ka.
Yeah. You have Scarlett Johansson as Ka. You have,
which is weird. I wonder if they're like, because the book Ka actually helps.
Yes.
Ka's not a complete bag of dick.
Right.
But I guess this is going back to it. Mm-hmm. But yes, I have the book, Jessica.
I do like the fact that they've already come out.
You know I'm a giant nerd. I can't stay away from those Barnes & Noble leather bounds. They're classy as fuck, and it's fun to read sometimes.
You can walk in there and walk out with
you
like $100.
You literally just can't. You can't help but feel classy just sitting there, just reading. But the only thing I'm upset about was D23. They kept mentioning that, you get a small hint of Bill Murray singing Bare Necessities.
Yep.
I got a bit of a whistle, and that was it.
That was it. They're trying.
That's like you're told if you back before cable was a thing. It's like, dude, if you go channel 99, you can see boobs. You flip, it's like, oh, that was a boob. Dude, that was static.
And all the
Don't
static.
care, still a boob. Like the opposite of that. Like just a small tease to piss you off.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, with this movie, if you're thinking it's going to be just a straight adaptation of what the old classic Disney animated movie was, you're sorely mistaken.
It better end with a fucking bloodbath of Baloo killing him.
Well, considering the trailer is, I hate to use the buzzwords, dark and gritty.
Parts of it are. I am intrigued as to why you see a giant gorilla. I'm assuming that was supposed to be King Louie.
I think it was King Louie,
grabbing lemons.
Giant orangutan, yeah.
I'm confused by the lemons.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how King Louie's going to sound, especially because he's voiced by Christopher Walken. Christopher
Walken can sing-ish.
Yeah.
I mean, he's no fucking Louis Prima.
No.
But, I mean, he's done shit like this before.
He has, yes.
I mean, just recently he did the, I mean, granted, he looked like he was just there for a fucking paycheck.
Yeah, he really was. That was horrible.
But he was probably one of the better people there.
Yeah. So, this one looks interesting. This visually, like you said, looks amazing.
Yeah.
No idea about the story, but then again, you can just go out and buy the book. Go out to Barnes & Noble, pay the, $10 now for the leather-bound version of the original.
It's like 10 or 15, yeah.
Go do that, read that, you'll have a better understanding of what to expect from this movie. We haven't heard hide nor hair of the other Jungle Book movie being made by Warner Brothers. Which I understand in Hollywood, businesses need to compete against each other. And there's always this tradition of there's always two of the same kind of movie at every single time. Mm-hmm. We've talked about it before.
There's always a winner and a loser. Like, one's always, mediocre at best. The other one's actually really entertaining.
Yeah. I mean, you have, Ants and Bug's Life. You have
Armageddon, Deep Impact, Illusionist, and Prestige. It's something that's always going to happen.
Yeah. So, but see, all those things were similar themes. This is
blatantly the same.
This is the same source material. Yeah. So
we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, I may not see either of them, but
yeah, I'll see the Disney one. I know I will, at least for that. But it got a ways to wait anyways. Jungle Book will be released in U.S. theaters April 15th, 2016. On a quick side note from Disney as well, it looks like for some reason they want to go ahead and make a sequel to Mary Poppins because reasons?
Why not?
I don't see that. How?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't need it. It doesn't require it. There was nothing. It was a standalone story. I mean, yes, they made.
Mary Poppins is a Time Lord. That's how she comes back. Sometimes sequels aren't bad, but they're really fucking tricky to pull off.
Not to mention that a lot of them are unwarranted at times.
But like I said, some of them aren't bad.
No, some of them are not bad. I understand that.
Like I said, I understand this is just like a rumor.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm definitely going to wait till anything actually fucking happens. I mean, what do they have right now? Coming 2017, August, if that.
Yeah, by the guy who worked on Into the Woods for Disney.
Yeah, this is probably literally just someone threw out a bunch of buzzwords and somewhere on I
really wonder if there's some exec, could be at Disney, could be at Warner Bros., anybody, that literally they have a giant dartboard full of names. They're just throwing shit while they're drinking.
No, like I said, there's probably, like, again, it's a bunch of guys sitting around in a room. Like, what can we do? How can we make money?
Yeah.
Especially with Disney sitting around with a thumb up their asses, going live action this, live action that, or sequel.
Yeah, they won't rest until they have a successful franchise of every single major attraction they've ever made for their theme parks.
Yeah, they need to make all their old shit relevant again. Mm-hmm. They, like I said, there's that weird lull in the entertainment where there's those of us who have kids and they want to show their kids all these things that they remember from their childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, God willing, you and Jess had a child. You know, the child would be so desensitized by Netflix or whatever the fuck's on, Nick Jr., or whatever the fuck's going on.
Mm-hmm.
They probably couldn't sit down and watch Mary Poppins.
True.
So the fact that there's a sequel or some newer version, they can come out. Granted, it's not the same thing.
True.
But it's that weird bonding, and they play off the nostalgia,
Kinda, yeah.
the hype train for the kids,
Yeah.
and they can go from there. So, like,
Yeah.
it makes sense. And I'm assuming when I explained it like that, I saw your head start to bob a little. You're like, I guess.
Yeah.
It's that, you know,
I don't want to agree with you, but at the same time,
I'm not happy, but I understand.
You're not wrong. You're just
yeah.
an asshole.
If I had a nickel for every time someone's told me that. But I mean, for that standard, yeah. I mean, wouldn't it be cool to see, fucking Julie Andrews singing Chim Chimney, Chim Chimney, Chim Chim Tree again? I mean, granted,
I could do that with Mary Poppins.
You know what I mean? It won't be the same, but you would get to see her.
True.
And like I said, there's no way they're going to try to make this and not have Julie Andrews at least have a cameo.
They had to have something in it. I mean, what was the other Disney one that started a princess that she was the queen of some fictional country? The princess.
Are you fucking sassing Princess Diaries? Because that was magical.
What?
You don't like Princess Diaries?
I wasn't that big of a fan of it.
Feel the wrath of the Wonder Twins. Okay, that movie had everything. Moving on.
Yeah. So, we've always seen, especially with video game adaptations to movies, there's always some sort of either tongue-in-cheek nod or a blatant reference to the first-person shooter genre.
I'm aware of the one in Doom.
In Doom, yeah. There's a few others out there, but like low-budget ones out there. There's a guy out there who decided, you know what, we want to take this to the next level. He created a video that went viral on YouTube a few years ago. That was basically a giant action sequence in first-person mode.
So you're saying there was a YouTube video that was meant to be like video games, and they turned it into a movie.
Yes.
It's like Pixels, except this doesn't look like pure shit.
No, this is something all right.
Sorry, I was listening at Mike. It sounds like you're describing Pixels.
Yeah. Never talk about that one again.
Emojis the movie.
Oh God, fuck you, Sony. God. But yeah, no, this one is called Hardcore. It is essentially a feature-length film. You see everything in first-person perspective, so all the dialogue, especially all the non-stop action. Think Crank, but to an X level above that.
You know, Jason Statham douching things up.
Yeah.
But I do have to ask, because we did watch the trailer, and if you at home or wherever the fuck you are watching this have not seen the trailer, go fucking watch it. It's good. Is he a silent protagonist?
In the trailer he is. There's no mention whether
yeah, like
or not
I said, and I don't remember in the original, the YouTube one, I don't remember hearing him talk either.
Yeah.
Other than like the occasional grunt or sigh or heavy breathing.
But
Like
no actual
there's
dialogue.
there's no like 90s tongue-in-cheek like.
So.
You know, you hit someone over the head with like a super soaker and you gotta like cool off or.
But with this one, they had an Indiegogo campaign to raise money for it. They actually already filmed the movie before launching the Indiegogo campaign. Successfully funded, so they could handle all the special effects and whatnot. They went to the Toronto Film Festival.
Okay, that was the one? Yeah.
Rave reviews all over the place. Most likely will be picked up for some sort of major theatrical distribution. But then, I know there's going to be people out there who are going to look at this and go, I'm getting flashbacks from Cloverfield or you have to take some Dramamine before you go see the movie, or else you'll get sick from the vertigo and the motion sickness.
If it's done right, I don't think it'll be an issue. Cloverfield was just difficult because, again, I think they were trying to do shaky cam a bit too much.
Way too much.
It's the same problem I know Jess and I both had with Blair Witch Project.
Never saw him.
Cloverfield was definitely... I don't think we ever saw it, but I think we agreed. We just looked at it and went, no.
Mm-hmm.
Jess, was it the third Bourne movie or the second one? I think I'll say the second one. Yeah, the second Bourne movie. Jess was basically had her head down.
Shaky cam everywhere.
Yeah, Jess had her head down, and I was sitting there just pale, going, "Please be over." But the worst part is that's gone now. I don't get that easily because back at those days, I couldn't even play an FPS of any kind. I remember I'd be at my buddy's house, he'd be playing Metroid Prime. I couldn't do it.
No.
Playing because he's like, "Oh, you just feel. Oh, dude, why don't you give it a go? If you're playing, you should be fine. It's just a thing." And after about 10 minutes of playing, I'm like,
"Yep, okay,
I'm done. We're good. I'm just gonna go. You guys keep playing. No, we can play something else. No, motherfucker, you just got this game. Go.
Yeah,
nuts.
just enjoy it."
But ever since working at Obsidian, that's gone. I don't know what it was, but it somehow.
You get over it after time.
Yeah, I weirdly Jordan reached level 22. Perk, he can play and watch first person things now. But there are things with done correctly, it's not an issue.
True.
But like I said, this one it looks like it's very fast paced. It's not just sitting there, shake, shake, shake. He's doing things.
Yeah. No, he's sprinting everywhere or diving through broken windows or something like that. So, we'll
Plus,
see
I don't imagine a movie like this being very long.
Maybe an hour and a half tops.
Yeah.
And that's stretching.
Like I said, I'm
lot.
assuming 90 minmes, if not less than that. The second Bourne movie was, almost 2 hours if longer? Yeah, her and I were fine up until, when we started to get to the 2 hour mark, we're like...
Just end it already.
You ever seen a drunk person try to sober up and they're just blowing steam?
Yeah.
I was doing that and just
Yeah. So, yeah, hardcore. You guys can go check it out. The trailer's online, and we probably will have some announcement of a theatrical release probably in the very near future.
Or they might just do one of them YouTube thingies, like they did with Kung Fury.
With Kung Fury?
But an actual movie, not like...
But the whole thing with Kung Fury is that, yeah, they had the launch on YouTube, but they were also shopping...
They're pushing for it, and it is now, but still.
Right. So, we'll see what happens with this one. I did want to make mention of two more things real quick before we wrap things up. We finally got a first look at Michael Fassbender in the upcoming Assassin's Creed live-action movie. I'm actually looking forward to this one.
I'm excited. I'm intrigued to see what they're going to do with it. Because I remember when I first started playing this series, in my head I was thinking someone could make this into a movie and it could actually be decent. Things like Resident Evil and other genres of movies that got put into... or games that got put into movies. How the fuck do you do that?
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed was one of the ones that was already very cinematic. It made sense to me.
It does.
And that was back when I had only played the first one. As 2 went on, it became very much apparent, that could work. And this one surprises me because it's not based off of any of the video games. It's a new story. It's in the same universe. But it's not... It's nothing we've seen before.
Right. You have the universe that you know and love. So you have a brand new character, brand new story, brand new scenario. I mean, yes, you still have this, Joe Random guy has ties to some ancient badass, and he's going to use that to fight the Templar organization in present day.
And I'm trying to figure out where it takes place based off of his costume.
What do you think? What jumps out at you real quick about it? It's hard
Mainly
to...
Mainly the things on his chest.
You think
that looks like it's vaguely African.
I want to say...
Or tribal in some way.
Kinda. I want to say more so... Western European. That's just the way I just look at it. It looks more like ruffles than anything else like tribal stuff to me.
It doesn't even look like a fabric. And if you look at the actual lower part, Look at it. It looks like a weird kind of linen that you would see in some kind of Middle Eastern kind of culture.
True.
Like, you know, it could be like in oh fuck, where did Revelations take place?
I'm drawing a blank.
Fuck. I think it was like Constantinople or some shit like that. But
which one? Revolutions?
Revelations. I know it's like in an area that didn't exist or doesn't exist now because of just historical reasons it changed.
Mm-hmm.
Or setting. All this is all just gonna edit out terribly,
Yeah,
just because we're like, the fuck?
Yeah.
Byzantine Empire. Ottomans.
Constantinople, present-day Istanbul. Yep, you were right. So yeah, Constantinople.
Like I'm saying, it looks like it could be that general area.
It could be that general area, yeah. And even so, I'll still be happy with it.
I mean, either one, yeah, but I'm not happy Marianne Cotillard's in it. I'm not a fan of her.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm more often than not in the minority when it comes to shit like that, but
Right.
I don't know. I hope it's good.
Michael Fassbender has yet to prove...
Frank.
Almost yet to prove anything wrong. Frank was god-awful. Okay, any of his mainstream stuff, let's call it that. His independent stuff we're not going to throw out.
It's like I'm starting to think of like weird shit he did like back in the day, and it's like, wait.
I'm going to go with the mainstream stuff. I'm not going to... Then you get to things like Frank. Never go see Frank.
Yeah, Frank I don't get because everyone on the internet's just like, they're right fucking there for that movie.
I don't know
like,
how.
Top 10 underrated movies you didn't know existed, and it's like, Frank, no.
Yeah.
Although it did make me laugh. I did read a list recently, like Frank was like number 9. Number 2 on the list was Goon. God bless that movie.
Alright, let's wrap things up with some video game news. We keep on hearing more and more about Kingdom Hearts 3, and Tokyo Game Show is just about to start. Sony had their recent press conference for TGS, and we're expecting, a new trailer, gameplay footage, something. And they come out and announce Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8. What?
Yep.
Disney and Square Enix apparently want to squeeze every last fucking dime out of us before they give us Kingdom Hearts 3. So, Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 will include an HD remaster of the 3DS title Kingdom Hearts 3D Dream Drop Distance. It will also have an HD cinematic called Kingdom Hearts X back cover. So, are we just...
That wasn't a mouthful to say.
Yeah. So like a what if scenario for what happened at Kingdom Hearts initially, I'm guessing. I don't know. And a Kingdom Hearts playable episode called Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep.
We're getting DLC before we actually get the game. Okay, this is worse. This is no longer launch day DLC. This is pre-launch day DLC.
Pre-launch DLC.
Oh my god, I can't believe I just realized that. That is depressing.
Yeah. Not to mention, we're starting to get to more of the how long can we make a title?
Plus, I'm surprised they're only including, or they only made Dream Drop Distance, the HD remake. Because there was like 2 other games.
What was one of the other Kingdom Hearts portable ones that was actually card-based? Was it?
Oh, they already made that one.
They already made that one? Was that part of 2?
Yeah, no, that was before or after 2 came out. Because I actually bought that one. That was for PlayStation 2. Because that was Kingdom Hearts RE Chain of Memories.
Thank you.
That was a surprisingly fun game, though.
It was.
I mean, actually, I take that back. I didn't play the PlayStation 2 one, but I played the Game Boy Advance one. It takes a little getting used to it first, but eventually, because that one came out for Game Boy Advanced.
Oh wow! Okay, yeah.
Like, that's all that motherfucker was. Like I remember playing it on my SP. It was a fun game. It just took a little getting used to. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Okay.
And an interesting story. I mean, it to me at the time it was just an interesting way of giving a little bit of story an exposition as to what happens between 1 and 2, and at the same time you replay the first game.
Okay.
In a new setting.
Well, that's always nice.
And
I do like that.
It's technically 2 games in one. I mean, it's 2 games in one. It's 1 game, but it's 2 in 1. Because you play it the first time through, you play it as Sora, and he's going from floor 1 to 10. And then when you play it the second time, it gives you an option. Do you want to restart game, or do you want to play as Riku?
Okay.
And it basically explains what happens to Riku at the end of 2, or at the end of 1 rather, where he teams up with Mickey, he gets lost with Mickey, and he's in the same castle as Sora, but he goes basement 1, basement 2, basement 3, basement 4, all the way to basement 10.
I have 2 HD. I think I need to go back and pop that into my PS3 and
it's
play
basically that. Like, it's the first time we actually see Organization 13 technically.
I like it. In the brief trailer they released for this thing, the Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep, a fragmentary passage, looks to be the first glimpse of how Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to look like on current day hardware. So
to me, honestly, Kingdom Hearts 3 has become Arrested Development. You're getting it. That's cool. Just fucking give it to me already. No, it's coming soon. I don't believe you anymore.
I think that's...
I'm choosing not to believe that this is actually happening until I actually fucking see it.
I mean, it's not that close to vaporware like, say, Duke Nukem was.
Well, Duke Nukem, there was like 2 months where technically the game was canceled.
Yes, it was.
It wasn't until the fuckers who... Was it the dudes who made, like, Borderlands or some shit? It was like, yeah, we got this.
Yeah. So.
Like, Duke Nukem, that was a Hail Mary to pass.
Yes, it was.
It shouldn't have happened. In both terms of saying that.
Well, like, in the first part of that game, it's like, after it's been 13 years, it better be a damn good game. And it's like, no, it wasn't.
But no, that's just it. You know what the problem is? It was. If you were going to have a successor to Duke Nukem, or to bring Duke Nukem to a new one of the next-gen consoles, yeah, it was fantastic.
Really?
Did you ever play it?
Yeah, I did play it. I played the first 4 levels.
Tell me what's so different about that game than from the original Duke Nukems.
It was, in terms of... How to word this without... In playing it, I was hoping for more modern-style action, but instead, you make a point because this is bringing back the classic Duke Nukem style.
And what's the one thing Duke Nukem's always been? Self-aware.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it make sense that his game is a blatant throwback? And again, the fact that he makes a comment about it makes it even more abundantly clear he is self-aware that, yes, I'm in a fucking video game that should have came out a long time ago. And because of it, you're getting a game that you should have played a long time ago, but you're getting it now. So, I think again, to have a successor to Duke Nukem, I thought it was very appropriate.
Okay. Fair enough. I will back away from that.
It's okay to disagree with me if you disagree.
From that viewpoint, I understand. I still didn't like it, but I understand.
It's just, if you go back and play one of the original Duke Nukems, you'd get the same feel out of it.
True.
It's like Sonic. They tried to change it too much, and what happened? It turned to shit.
Yeah, so the
only problem is they tried to keep it the same, and it turns out it's shit.
Yeah. So they went back to the 2D version the original way, and hey, look, it made money.
Well, no, like, some Sonic games aren't shit. I mean, the last one I could think of was either Colors or was it Generations?
I liked Generations. Well, I liked half of Generations, I should say.
You like the old school Sonic ones?
Yes, I did. I could not really get into the 3D ones. The only one like that I ever got into was Sonic Adventure DX, back on the Dreamcast.
Oh, basically what eventually became Sonic Adventure?
Yeah. So.
Well, Sonic Adventure 1 was glitchy and kind of...
Oh, it was glitchy as hell.
Sonic Adventure 2 Battle is where it was at.
Was that the one with the introduction of Shadow, or was that in... Yeah, okay. Where he doesn't really run, he, like, uses, like, invisible rollerblades or something like that, or slides everywhere?
No, he has like, the weird flash, like, the Speed Force. Chaos Control!
That's right.
Like, he got the same little light dash that Sonic had.
Probably has a hatred for chili dogs.
No place to go. Got to follow my Rambo.
All right, and on that note, I think we're gonna call it. So, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. As always, we'll be back for an episode in the near future for Geeks and Drinks. I'm Jason.
Jordan.
Cheers, Internet.